My name is Tom Singh. I'm best known as the founder of New Look. I'm also an investor in early stage companies and been involved in social impact since early 2000s. My family originated in the Punjab in India. Basically were farmers. I came over in 1950 with my mother to Taunton in Somerset, where my parents and my grandfather were involved in a business going door to door selling to the farming community. I started my first business because while I was at university I was doing the markets. I absolutely hated it because wake up at 5 in the morning, drive for an hour and a half. You'd have to unload the stall, put a tarpaulin on it, unload all the rails, put all the stock out, and then do the reverse at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. In terms of the early years in creating New Look, the story really started when we moved to Weymouth. My wife was working in the shop and I was doing everything else. The business was successful because we were offering unique product. Early in the 1970s, small manufacturers sprang up in London, which meant you could buy product on a weekly basis. So it completely changed the way the business was run. So that's really the beginning of fast fashion. You would sell something, I would pick up stock one week, it would sell, the following week I would replenish it. And if it didn't sell, I wouldn't buy any more. So there was a lot of flexibility. A key part of building the business was Kuljit, who has been my wife for over 50 years. We had an arranged marriage. I went to India and I ended up getting married, having only met Kuljit briefly. She adapted quickly when she came to the UK. She was actually set for an academic career, and working in a shop was not considered to be at the same level. But she did adapt, and she was a key part as being my partner in building the business. She was involved for about 35 years. I always thought the business would be successful, but there were some tough times in the mid-90s when the interest rates went up to 25% and the country looked like it was in real jeopardy. At one point I had to give my house as security against a loan to survive. So that was a pretty close shave. One of the ways of measuring success is money. We did try and float the company, that failed, and then we had private equity invest, and they bought 70% of the business for, I can't remember the number, what was it, a number of millions. It could have been 200 or 300 million. At that point I knew that there was definitely a measure of success, and I was able to take some money out of the business and give the family security. So the family was secure and I could carry on growing the business. In terms of hiring people when I was at New Look, we needed people who worked hard, entrepreneurial, had an eye for product, understood what the customer wanted, worked as a team. In later life, when I'm investing in small companies, I'm looking for somebody who has a unique proposition, has a fire in their belly that they want to succeed. They will do whatever it takes to adapt and change what they're doing to be successful. Those are some of the unique qualities that I'm looking for. In terms of philanthropic involvement, being an entrepreneur and a capitalist, I've understood how powerful capitalism is in creating material goods. And I wanted to apply some of that creativity and power to create a better living standard for people, in particular in India, who were at the bottom of the pyramid. So using some of the business techniques to create wealth for the underprivileged in India is the basis of the Rianta Philanthropy. The idea is to have as much impact on people who really need help as possible. In terms of making investments, there has to be something different, has to be bringing something new to the market. The team have to have the talents that are needed. The team need to work together, need to have skills, preferably previous experience in the field they're working in. A good financial control, somebody in the team having a good holistic understanding of how business works, previous experience. The idea has to be right, the timing has to be right. These are some of the ingredients. What I would say, and I'm going through this at the moment in terms of what advice I would give somebody in business, and it's happening to somebody I'm looking to invest in at the moment. There's so many things that have to be right today in today's competitive environment for a business to succeed, and a lot of businesses do fail. So understand your customer, have a unique product, and fully understand how operationally and in terms of the detail of how that business is going to work, how complex it's going to be, and be ready for the challenges and the fact that you may have to change and adapt to make the business successful. In terms of achievements, obviously I'm proud of the way New Look grew, but I'm also very proud of my son and my daughter, who turned out to be good human beings.